Okay, how we doing here? I got 2 March. I hope everybody's having a good day. Top of the morning to you. Thank you for your time. Okay. Thank you for your time in these perilous times. All right, y'all. Here's the news. This happened in Sacramento, California, like on Monday. So that was the 28th, 2 days before this video is being made. Okay. An identified Sacramento man, okay, killed his daughters, 3 daughters, a chaperone, and then turned the gun on himself. All right, really sad news here, very unfortunate. According to reports that I've seen in that area, okay, Bay Area news, Sacramento news, and a podcast, this man had a restraining order on him, okay, from his wife and the kids as well. So therefore, he could visit his children, but the visitation had to be supervised. Okay, it was not a random incident. All right, it was more like a domestic incident. So the incident was not pointed other than the chaperone at anyone else, okay, in that church. Man, police was swarmed out there to try, to investigate and contain the incident. It was already too late. That's all the information I have about. Okay, I can let me say this. Divorce or separation is a very volatile period in time. Okay, I mean, emotions are probably through the roof or at a tipping point. And maybe, I don't know if the guy had mental issues or whatever, okay? Or if you push anybody hard enough, they can reach a boiling point. But any casual contact, to that woman or maybe to that man, if a man had to take out a restraining order, yeah, you got some crazy women out here too, okay? But any type of even casual contact can be very volatile, okay? For her to have to put a restraining order on him, okay, to protect herself and the children, the judge must feel, and maybe that woman's family must feel he must have been like some type of serious threat. Okay, I can somewhat relate to that situation. 10 years ago, somewhat relate. I'm not really going to get right into it or whatever. But I'll just put it like this. Some things that were said about me was not true. And if you find yourself in a situation like that, a lot of the laws in these states are pretty much set up to protect the women and children. Okay, they're just interpreted differently state by state, but ultimately, that's just the way it is. The mother has to carry that child for 8 months. Okay, have to nurture that child. Okay, probably for the first, I want to say maybe 12 to 15 years. Probably 80-85% of that time that the mother's going to be with that child, and moms go through great lengths to protect their children. All right, unless they were just flat out negligent, okay, or there was some type of drug problems or that type of stuff, or they had maybe a crazy man that was molesting those children. All right, then more than likely the laws are set up to cater to the mother. All I can say is, guys, yeah, love your kids, but you cannot put your children on a pedestal. And I know that's a hard thing to swallow there. All right, you just can't. You need to put your Most High first. Pray about it. All right, those things do come to an end. those restraining orders and so forth. And if it looks like divorce is inevitable, all I can say is you can fight for custody or part-time custody or part-time visitation for your children, all right? And that way it's not supervised, okay? But it's one of the things that does take some time, you know, for the courts and all that, you know, to take all that in and court dates and stuff like that, all right? You'll be surprised though, men, you know, when you look up the state codes and stuff, you look up the father's powers that you have, okay? So, and if you're in a situation like that, stay away from her, men, especially you brothers, okay? But you need to start getting into the law books and figuring out the powers that you have or whatever, okay? And, you know, if you got to go that route to go to court, you go on and do that, okay? If anything cannot be mediated, try to mediate it first with the mom. And if not, then you need to go to court, and you need to put her on child support. All right, do what you have to do to financially take care of the kid or whatever, but they need you too. They need you to be there. All right, that's things that money can't buy. But money is important. You know, the financial care is important. Insurance and all that. I'm trying to think what else. So I'm not going to dwell over this situation. You know, to the chaperone, all right, innocent bystander. I'll just say rest in peace to the daughters that were innocent, and also that chaperone. Well, I don't know what to say about the guy that killed his daughters. Well, judgment is going to be waiting for that man, all right, and I just don't think, in my opinion, that judgment is going to be good. All right, let me know what you think about the video. Cash App $165 if you want to donate.